Hi guys, I just decided to do a spontaneous live here. I'm actually in the gym here. Doesn't really look like a gym because it's all out there, but a friend wrote me and I channeled something I wasn't prepared for, but it always resonates with myself somehow. The thing that I challenged was actually how we as humans like to stay stuck in the past, meaning that the past made us, or this perception that the past made us, and that we could not be without our past. And in some aspects that's very true. But the past really kind of haunts us in good and bad ways, meaning it can be extremely hard letting go of the past. Somehow we tend to hold on very tightly to the past, and that's why I wanted to talk about this now in a live. I might delete this after, I don't know. It might be a momentarily message for you guys watching, but there's definitely a notion that we collect memories from our past. Some of them we try to run through like we were running from the police or something. Some of them we try to really slow down time and stay stuck somehow. Maybe it really isn't stuck, maybe it's just slowing things down immensely, so you will feel that things will not end. And that's a lovely thing, that we tend to love things that much that we kind of want to hold on to it. Like holding on to the past can really make a lot of sense to us, because when good things happen, we want it to last. But when good things happen, is also a reminder to you that your emotion around whatever happened, or what is happening right now that makes sense to you, is you creating the connections and the emotions around what it is that you're in the middle of. And so we're all creators, and staying in the past and keep reminding ourselves, trying to make like the old days keep going, holding on to old friends that might not serve you anymore, holding on to your family ties because it is your family, you have to live with them, you have to see them. That's also past. There could be something in the future for you that you would be like, oh, I want to hold on to this because I still cherish it a lot. But every time you meet something and you really cherish it a lot, I think memories and emotions around that thing is very important. But it's not meant to make you get stuck in the past. It's made so you will bring the past into the future, not bringing the past, the actual past, but the emotions of, oh, I just did this other thing, I had success with it, so I can create that moment again. So it gives you hope. It gives you meaning to your life, that you have something in your past that you can bring along that gives you new emotions in your now. So we don't really have to focus about the past. We need to focus about the now and not the future. If we are in the now, and this is a combination of me watching Eckhart Tolle today, if you know him. I recommend his book, The Power of Now, or Liv i nuet in Danish. And it's all about being in the now. And what I channeled for my friend was really remember that when we stay stuck, if you imagine that we are all magnets, we attract and we oppose things in our life. So you might look over there and be like, oh, thank God I'm not attracting all that food and I'll get really fat. I'll feel bad for myself. Or thank God I'm attracting that thing over there because I love food and it makes me happy. Or, you can put whatever example you want. Thank God I'm not with that person, or I wish I was with that person, but it's not happening because, I have history that says I'm not good enough for relationships. I shouldn't think I can achieve someone on that high level. And really what you're not seeing is that you're bringing your past trauma into this. And okay, I will give you one thing. It is our experience. And our experience says, I've tried this 10 times. It really didn't work. That's great. It didn't mean that thing, you can't get it, but the way that you tried to get that thing is not working for you. So there's two ways of doing this. Either accepting that things might not be as it should be, and it's not your highest and best good. The other thing is try to change your way of getting the things that you want in your life. So if you've been trying to go to the gym every day for 10 years and you still don't feel fit, maybe you should not try the gym anymore, or maybe you should train with something else than what you did. Maybe you should breathe differently, eat differently, think differently. And this is all about thinking, actually. That's what I want to touch upon. Because when we are these magnets, attracting things into our lives, which is wonderful, but are you in a place where you're like, my life is perfect? And if you are, you will attract more of that into your life. But if you are in a place where you'll be like, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, I'm not good enough at that, I should change these things because I'm not good enough, I don't like myself enough, I tend to say things in the mirror that I don't like to hear, but I somehow tell them to myself anyway because they feel more true. So you will, the way you speak to yourself is what you attract outward. So someone over there might say the same to you, and you'll be like, oh, that's right, because that's what I'm telling myself. So now 2 voices in my head are saying this is true, I'm not good enough. But if you start changing this narrative of you, for some of you it might be basic, but if you start changing the narrative, how you speak to yourself, it's so hugely important. So when you know how to speak to yourself, you know what you will allow other people to speak to you, like how they will speak to you. And the important thing about this is when you cherish yourself, you will attract other people who cherish you as well. So I wanted to remind you that whatever is not happening to you or for you, or the job that you wanted, or you did get that job but you didn't get that pay, or you didn't get that job but you got somehow the pay in another job that you didn't really like, then you would know that it's all about the energy that you're in and how you attract these things. You can only, and this is so important, you can only attract the things that are on the same frequency as you. You might not even see people that is not on the frequency of you. So if you love horses, you're going to meet a lot of people who love horses because that's where your focus is. But also that's where your frequency is. If you love tall dudes like me, that's why you're watching this. If you like annoying dudes that always says something to you that brings out something annoying inside of you and you still keep watching him, that's why you attracted me into your life. It doesn't matter if it's triggers or if it's healing. Both of them is healing. So people get angry about what you say or how you are and how you think. That is part of the healing journey. So reminding you that we are magnets. We have not just one side that attracts things. We are also having the other side that oppose things. So the things that you want in your life, you might oppose them because you might tell yourself, I'm not good enough to get that. Well, that's important. That's impossible for me to get this. It's impossible for me to understand how to get these things in my life. So all in all, you have to figure out why you are accepting and compromising so much right now. If you don't have the things in your life that you want, what is it that you're compromising? You're clearly not accepting something in your life that could be happening to you right now. And I know it's annoying. It's like, well, I'm trying to attract $1 million or krona or whatever, but it still not comes along. It just doesn't work. And the fact that you just jump into the notion that it doesn't work is actually why it's not working. And that's pretty much the message here. So if I should try to sum it up, ask yourself, why is it I'm not attracting the things in my life that I want? Why is it that I'm in a place where I'm not liking where I am, but I'm still there? And it's much also a message to myself, because that's how the spirit world works very often is, I can only speak about the frequencies I'm in or I have been in my past. But I might not, if I just came out of a harsh relationship, I'll be really good at talking about harsh relationships. But if you got out of a harsh relationship like 5 minutes ago and I did it 2 years ago, you'll be way better at talking about it than I am, because you're in the frequency of harsh relationships. And if I haven't done anything like that since then, I wouldn't be able to speak about it as much as you. So also, this is also a tiny message to you saying, when you speak about your pain and your love and what you cherish and your happiness, you are speaking about your frequency, the exact point where you are right now. And you will be able to meet other people in the same situation or a little higher than you that still connects with you, because if you're in the middle of a frequency, well, then you attract the same things, a little bit higher, a little bit lower, because it's potential, showing you have 2 options. You can go the high frequency, go low frequency. It doesn't mean that it's not positive things or negative things. A low frequency can be such a very positive thing. So you have to also remind yourself that low frequencies are a lesson. It's something you'll learn from, and it's something where you will actually raise your vibration. If you go low enough, you'll find like, oh my God, I don't want to be down here. I'll get up again. So it's just a reminder saying you have to watch a bad movie now and then just to accept the really good ones and really cherish them. If you keep seeing good movies, you won't cherish good movies in general. You'll just say the best movie is really great, and the little less good movie is just really sucks, because you don't have a reference. So it's okay to really, find low frequencies in your life and know that you cannot connect with anything in your life if it's not on your frequency. So think about one thing, if you can right now, and if you have time for it when you watch this, think about one thing in your life right now that you wish was a little bit higher frequency. And when you think about this thing, put some intention in that you can actually raise the vibration of that. But it starts with you setting new standards, new goals of saying, instead of saying, I don't want this in my life, because that's just going to keep it in your life, because you keep saying what you don't want. It's like, I don't want to smoke anymore. I don't want to smoke anymore. You're going to think about smoking all the time. Don't think about a giraffe. That's what I always try to say when people are like, I want to not think about this anymore. Well, you start thinking about it when you start thinking what you don't want to think about it. So don't think about a giraffe, only leads you to thinking about giraffe. So find out what you can do to raise your vibration in those points of time, or the things that you want to raise the vibration in. So there's definitely potential of you raising your vibration or getting down, learning lessons. Both of them are great. Think about this. If you ever got into a really low vibration, let's say depression even, and you talk to someone about this depression, that person would not be able to talk to you if they didn't know already how it was to have a depression, or there might be a depression on their way, or they're close to someone with a depression. So they're not able to speak to you if they're not on the same level. That's why you see some people when they have a depression, it's such a lower energy of self-hate, loathing, or even mental illness or other things. So it will only attract people who are able to talk to them on that level and have empathy enough, or someone who can jump frequencies. And maybe you talk to someone who needs to hear what you said about being depressed, because then they can heal themselves, you'll help their vibration lift even higher, so they won't get a deep depression or even kill themselves, something horrible like that. So if you are in a situation like that, you should always, reach for help from anyone who can help you. And remember, the ones who will help you are the ones who knows the frequency very well. So to lift the energy little, I want to talk about that. And the things that you could do is definitely talk about the pain. It's very important these days and these times, is talking about the pain that we have. And not that we talk about the pain so it becomes stronger, but talking about being really honest about the pain, because then we can dismantle the pain and understand it. And when we put intention and awareness around these problems, we can raise our energy really high, and thus being able to heal ourselves. It's very hard to dig a hole and be in the hole and healing yourself, but it is possible. But I just want to tell you that you have so much potential, and it's always your free will that decides wherever you want to go. There is a decision that you made before you came here to Earth, if you want to know that. And it is to go the exact path that you are on now. And the reason why you're listening to this, and the reason why I'm seeing you listening to this, is because of that exact same thing. It's because we're all on that frequency. We all are helping each other. You already know this. If it resonates with you already know this. I'm just putting words to what you already know. And I wasn't able to do so if you weren't right there, right now, where you are. So I hope this gives you a little bit of hope that you can raise your vibration. And if you are a magnet, keep understanding that you oppose things. So things that you push away, you say that's not possible, is because you put your vibration to that. But you raise your energy or your emotion or whatever it is that is your life goal here, or momentarily goal, is not to bring your past into it, but just leaving the past as good as you can. Say goodbye to it. If you don't think it's serving you anymore. Like I said, if you go to the gym, keep working out the same way, but you never get stronger, it's because you're not doing what you want. If your intention is to get stronger and you don't get stronger, why you keep doing this? Why do you keep bringing your past into this if you know you're not where you wanted to be? But there's also another thing I want to give you. If you are there and you don't know where else to go, and you're kind of feeling stuck, whatever it is in the past or now, or you're worried about the future, waiting and patient and meditating and being grateful about things, doing morning prayers, things like that, actually this is scientific, known to help you out of any hardship, depression, anything. Well, things take time, and I know very well they do. I'm in the middle of my thing right now, and that's why I'm sharing, because it's important to share when you have your insights. And I just want to remind you all that we're magnets, and that's why we belong together, and that's why we're opposed to other people, and that's why sometimes that we need to push some people away in life to raise our energy. We can always come back. It's like going to the gym, and I'm here in the gym. That's why I keep talking about the gym. You can go to the gym and you can be like, I don't feel like it, but I made this deal with myself, so I'll go there. And you will arrive here and you'll be like, make an appointment with yourself, or even mindset of, I'll be here in 30 minutes and I still don't feel like being here. After doing exercise, breathing, getting my cardio or whatever it is that you do, and you still don't feel like being here, that's fine. Then you leave, because at least you touch ground with the higher vibration. Maybe even in the gym this day was lower vibration, and you needed to take care of yourself in a different way. So it's all a part of the cycle of life that we need to understand, that our emotions are way more important, and overthinking will not help you in any way. It might be fun. I know, I love it. It's kind of my thing. I always overthink things, and then I listen to my emotions and I ground in those emotions, or I raise myself in my energy. I can even think about things that can touch ground on my emotion, and I can raise my emotion as well. And you can do that too. So we need to create awareness, and this is an invitation to you to create some awareness around what it is that is what you're going through, or whatever it is that you are struggling with. If you need more of my help, and then there's not a commercial or an ad or anything, but I do help people like this. You can, in my bio on Instagram, click on it and you can book a session with me. And that's various kind of sessions. And if you want a different type of one, well, I do video sessions as well, which is talk like this daily, sometimes for 14 days, maybe 3 months. It's up to you. It doesn't really matter what it is. It's just you listen to yourself. When you grounded yourself and you know what you need, I will be here. I am here, and I'll do many more videos like this. So maybe it resonates, and maybe you'll do a video or talk with a friend or anything, mention something one day that resonates with someone else. Remember, then you are healing other people too. And that's what the lovely thing about being magnets in this world is, that even the people we push away, we heal, and even the people we attract, we heal. And even if we create drama in their lives, we give them the opportunity to get out of the drama, maybe without us or with us. That's why the past is important, but not to bring it into the now and be like, oh, I wish I was in the past, because you're not enjoying living in the now. It's not like you want to read a chapter, you read a chapter and you want to keep thinking about that chapter in chapter 2. Then you cannot really understand what's in that chapter 2. You're just reading words, and it's not really getting stuck anywhere. You're not enjoying yourself. You're just stuck in the past. So find out what it is that you're not letting go of in the past. Maybe do a ceremony, whatever it is, and release that if you can. If not, well, I'll gladly help you in some way or inspire you. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope it resonates with you either way. This video might be up for a little while. I might delete it. I don't know yet, because usually I don't put lives on my wall, but I would probably put it in my live and it won't be on my wall. Anyways, I love you guys, and thank you so much for following me and giving me the opportunity to have a platform where I can share my channeling and my intuition, my things. Thank you, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching.